Alright, and we start the police team special, maybe mildly late. Organized things around here and otherwise took a while to actually get ready, but it is what it is. So we are ready, and hopefully also the game is ready, because have only tried that it starts like to the main menu. So most probably we won't have problems, which is the usual idea. Like you think you won't have problems, what happens? That's a different matter, but we certainly have put some effort to the game as far as installing it goes. Also, one delay was caused by that had to download the Testament of Sherlock Holmes, because actually thought had it installed, either it had disappeared somewhere or didn't have it installed. So that also happens a lot, like you run out of hamburgers in the airplane chefs, like we played yesterday, where the main issue seemed to be like that you would like to have more hamburgers to vend, and that it was very repetitive. Unlike the poor copy of World of Tanks we played, that in turn lacked all the combat interest of World of Tanks, because you could just position yourself well and brawl, because you didn't get any module damage or crew injuries, so it kind of modeled the overall armored combat poorly. But today we are going to have fun first with police simulator patrol officers. We'll see how fun that is. Then we have the known classic, a 9/11 operator. Let's continue with that and see where we were with and then we have the Testament of Sherlock Holmes, of which know nothing other than it apparently came out when original Xbox 360 was popular, because the manual shows image of the light-colored Xbox 360 controller. So it's not exactly a new game anymore apparently, but got it in some bundle to think so. It's policing themed and also quite classical, even if when we consider that Mr. Conan Doyle, who wrote the book somewhat surprisingly himself, was much more superstitious than his characters, because he, for example, studied spiritualism and such, and had kind of like contacts with the Society for Physical Research, so it was quite well known he was into various paranormal things. So it's kind of amusing when we consider that the Sherlock Holmes canon practically altogether lacks any references into anything paranormal or in general, like what would be considered weird in fiction. So it's Mr. Conan Doyle was somewhat surprising. His do think son also had a short racing career in the 1930s. So, but let's get ready to play patrol officers. So welcome all, and let's move towards the game now that we have gotten the starting sequence out of the way, and we are well prepared to see how the thing goes. There we are, and it looks very official, like you have some nice US flag flying in the background, and very proper looking police officer and everything. So would imagine it's quite authentic as far as, because it's called a simulator, it's not like Arcade Police 3000. So we'll see. So, oh, hello there, Mr. SFW. You of course get also proper greeting on the main screen, being such a good supporter of the stream for a long time. So we haven't yet started with the very high quality police simulator. At least do think that the game is kind of, it looks quite serious and with the US flag and all, so we'll see. Let's gradually get towards the game here and see how it works out for us. So let's see about what happens here when we start a new career. So there we go, career, new. Alright, we can then select like male or female officer, apparently yes, and then we have different ones. Alright, we do have a bit darker, and then we have like very traditional looking people. This looks kind of like, considering the stare and the overall looks, this looks most worrying, like Mr. Bad Cop apparently. Rather like actually this guy, he looks quite friendly, especially compared to these two who are kind of like, looks somewhat like a bad cop, have to say. So actually do prefer Mr. Saeli of these. Let's see also the female officers. So we have kind of Asian type. Then we do have also a darker one, and also a blonde apparently, but do prefer probably the male Mr. Saeli, because the other two males look kind of like, do not think they look especially like convincing as far, like especially this guy still think that he looks like a bad cop. It's kind of interesting, especially the stairs. So do prefer Mr. Saeli. He looks most this one thing police like. Then we do have address, which is of course important. You live on 3 Davis Street, and we have also other personal file information. So then we have game mode casual. Do think that the fursuiter might benefit from casual, at least started, and certainly we are keeping tutorials on, because the simulation mode might be demanding in some fashion that isn't obvious at this point. So let's go with. And also greetings to pre-arrears, hopefully you have had a good weekend this far. And then we apparently started the game by pressing enter. Driving dark tinted car windows is a violation of the law. Yeah, it just has to be very dark tinted. Shift selection. Here is the district overview where you can pick your next shift. You have to play 5 shifts each week. You can take 4 days off a week and receive new shift options by pressing R. Sure. Then we have to currently choose this region. Melting Pot is a diverse district that includes the neighborhoods North Point, historic downtown, Alcombe, Chester and Beaufort Landing. Parts of the district are very old, but it has continued growing and resulted in a diverse urban landscape with modern architecture meeting historic buildings. Very well. Alright, we clearly get very high-end police work. Parking tickets. What would you expect? Like you start in the police, you most probably do not get any major cases to start with. Parking tickets. Very well. Looks excellent. So let's then start the shift apparently for some let's then select a new day in office, check available shifts. Alright. Then we apparently take the foot patrol. Brighton has nearly 500,000 inhabitants. It's one of Franklin's largest cities. The city was founded in 1622 and is one of the oldest cities in the USA. That's quite old. The harbor town has grown so much over the years that its downtown district had to be relocated to land further away compared to other harbor cities. Due to its size, a lot of citizens from the metropolitan area are drawn into the city for work and leisure each day. This ensures that there is always something for the police to do here, whether that would be considered positive, but yes. Start shift. Parked cars can be issued a parking ticket if their license plate is expired. Sure. Alright, so this is quite realistic. It actually starts on the desk. So we first of all, of course, have to leave desk to go on police shift. Most probably also get out of the... Right, we can also talk in the corridor. Looks kind of like you can handcuff them immediately. Issue violation.
Hello, officer. It's your first day on the job, and your first shift is to issue parking tickets. So be on the lookout for vehicles violating parking regulations. Be on your guard and show presence when you encounter other violations. Always remember to have reasonable suspicion before you detain someone and a probable cause with sufficient evidence before making an arrest. Now, some days are better than the others, and remember, every day is different. Good luck.
Thank you, officer. I'll keep that in mind.
There would be apparently lock up here. Alright, someone is also gotten stuck in the lockup. As it says, holding cells. This doesn't clearly lead outside. Alright. And electricity went out immediately when you walked here. Welcome to your first day as a Brighton police officer. Your first assignment is to issue parking tickets. major case. If you see any violations during your shift, such as littering or jaywalking, you are encouraged to act. Detained offenders, ask them for their ID and issue them a ticket. Keep Brighton Street safe from any violations. In the top left corner you will find information on the time, date and duration of your current shift. All new officers are advised to use the handbook for additional information about certain duties. You can open the police computer from the tool wheel by pressing unsure what button that is because it's so small. If the game is too easy or too difficult, consider changing the game settings to enable or disable simulation features.
We've been getting a lot of calls concerning the parking situation over the last few days. Will you keep your eyes open, officer?
Copy that.
Focusing on license plates makes them easier to read and see if they are expired. You can also focus on cars on the street and pedestrians. This is especially advisable when they look like a wanted person or they are exchanging items. You might want to take a closer look at suspicious situation by using left button to receive intuition feedback. How do we know if a license plate is expired? Most probably it would be useful to see key bindings, so focus mode. Alright, it comes just by pushing the open map M, open handbook H, open background check C, open encounter reports I. Alright, open tool wheel, it's tabulator. Alright. How do we know if that is expired? Or do you think they are like parked right as far as... Alright, it doesn't jump from space bar. Right, there are also parking meters. Person just jaywalked. Ah, yeah. Expired parking meter. Then we also notice the expired parking meter immediately when we have the person running across the road. As usual, it's like police work is so that you get immediately every possible problem at the same time. Okay. The car over there is illegally parked at an expired parking meter. Let's issue ticket for parking at an expired parking meter. Handicapped drivers are allowed to park in front of expired parking meters. They can be identified by a blue handicapped sign displayed in the front or rear window or on the license plate. Sure. Let's try and first of all get our jaywalker. So background check. Certain interactions with pedestrians and vehicles like checking an ID or focusing on a license plate enter a record in your police computer. The entity history displays all identification data for the current shift. Officers should make good use of the police computer as they will find additional entity information that is not available on ID cards or license plates. The police computer can be accessed with C or via the tool wheel. Sure. Alright, and now we shall ask for ID.
Let me see your ID, please.
Sure, officer. Here you go.
Alright. Earn points based on your actions in the game. Shift points are rewards, conduct points are penalties. For example, asking for ID without any reason will deduct CP after each shift. Both SP and CP reward you with district XP, which earns you duty stars. You unlock items and other progression areas by accumulating enough duty stars. Sure. Alright. There's their ID. Looks legit most probably. Give back and then we could of course issue violation because we saw them jaywalking. After gaining evidence of a committed violation, punish the criminal. Either issue them a ticket, leave with a verbal warning, or arrest them for several felonies. You can issue violations one by one or select them to issue all violations at once. Even after handcuffing someone, it is still possible to issue additional violations or liabilities. Sounds good. Jaywalking. And let's ticket them.
I have to fine you for jaywalking.
Alright, $25. Not
Really?
too bad. Really? That's
That
so much
is so
money.
much money.
Alright, and then we let them go because we have ticketed them for
You can leave now.
jaywalking.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. And then we had the expired parking meter. What's this about? Let's see. Alright, we have to first of all check the parking meter. So that parking meter is valid, so it was the other car. Yes, this is expired. So we need to check it for the handicap sign. Not in the rear window. Let's check the expired license plate. The car over there is illegally parked with an expired license plate. Alright, so let's see, do they have the handicap sign? No. Let's check the police computer. Alright, this would be the registration status invalid, so oh, hello there, Raven. And then we should issue tickets, so expired parking meter. And expired license plate. There we go. That car has been correctly ticketed, valid, and let's check the license plate so that it's not expired. Valid. Is there even a parking meter here? No parking. What time is it? It's 10, so, and is it Tuesday? No, it's Monday. So it's allowed to park, but like there's no parking meter here. So is legal parking or not? And this sign is only the speed limit, and here we do have like proper parking. But there's no parking meter here, so like, is this handicapped? Doesn't look like it. Because there's no meter here, would imagine one can't park here, so let's ticket them. None of these really apply. Too far into the street. Not really. There's no parking meter here. Still not agreeing to this. Oh well. Let's continue because we can't really assign a ticket that would seem to apply, so. At least we look quite fit. Valid. Alright, let's check the license plate. Let's check from the computer. Valid. Valid. This person just littered there. Apparently not them. Alright, over there. Let's run over the street. Wherever our littering suspect went. Alright, there he is.
Let me have a look at your ID, please.
Here it is.
Oh, there she is, apparently. Or let's not assume their gender. It looks good enough. And then ticket them for littering.
I'm writing you a ticket for littering. That will be $25.
Also 25,
Why does it
not
cost
very
so much?
expensive. Why does it cost so much? This person sounds really angry. Oh well. Alright, let's see the encounter report, what we did wrong. Alright, it was apparently the wrong person. Oh well. The rest apparently went quite correctly, yes. Apparently the arrow was something else. Oh well. Patrol police, you say. Can we buy newspaper here? Apparently not. Let's cross back over and keep inspecting parking. Or attempt that. Valid license, good. Ah, thank you. Squeak your fursuit head nose. Unsure if I understand correctly, but greetings, Mr. The Hollywood Bear mascot. Let's greet you properly on the main screen. So, moment, our good police work. Sure, moment. And let's greet you properly on the main screen. So here we are. Yes, do have hand pause, feet pause, everything really. So thank you. So let's switch to main screen. There we go, and like that. So big poop slash squeak. So there you go. And thank you for the follow, Slinky Man 12345, which is quite easy name also. So indeed, greetings to you, and of course that's not really the idea with fursuiting in general, and even less with these. It's fursuit gaming, so of course the fursuit stays on, so no. Not especially, like not big in the overall terms of first like to have a moderately sized cheetah plush, but nothing like very big. Can maybe sometime get the cheetah plush also to the stream. Do think have at least once had the cheetah plush along. It's the kind of size that you carry on your shoulder. It's like maybe 2/3 of an actual cheetah. Sure, we do have time, and this is fun, so why not? And thank you for the follow also. So of course we do not have any specific hurry other than to have fun here. So of course you can see the cheetah plus moment. So let's find a cheetah. There we go. Let's put the cheetah on shoulder, or maybe the other shoulder, but there we go. So that's the cheetah plush. And hello there, Tigatron. And no, it's not too difficult. Have a big trackball, and otherwise actually have of course prepared for being able to play with. No, do not have Snapchat, haven't ever actually used it, and know only that it's like apparently was popular at a certain era, and do not know anything about it or use it, so no. Ah, thank you. They are indeed very, very, very blue, and of course, like it a lot. It's very good for burp. Oh, and thank you all for the follow and attention. So, and welcome also Tiga. Hopefully you have had a good weekend this far, and sure, we can of course play for a while with the plush, because we are of course playing police games mostly today, but unsure if would consider it very cool, but thank you. Oh. Alright, and as noted, greetings to Tigatron, and hopefully you have had a good weekend, Tiga, and otherwise let's then prepare to continue with the game after plushy interlude. That was quite fun. So we should of course have some more police business. So let's switch back towards the game and from England, no, and it should actually be pretty easy to observe from the accent, even that this one not be from England, so no, but in any case, let's for now also proceed back towards the game some, and we can of course keep talking also. Thank you both for joining and following, and certainly pleased to discuss with you. Yes, not especially interested. Have not ever had any contacts there, so not especially interested in using that. But in any case, let's return to the game and see what we find next. So we have been checking some parking violations. All right, that car was correctly parked. Alright, this is the corner of the patrol area, so let's cross street here quickly and check more parking. Valid. Let's check plates. Alright. And let's see what the computer says. Valid. Not reported stolen or anything, so valid. ID has expired, but of course that doesn't concern us because we can't suddenly like... Alright, that's interesting. They have parked on the sidewalk, so we can find them for that. Have they paid for parking? Yes, it's valid. Let's run their plates. Registration valid. Open warrant, no. Alright, so it's just... Let's ticket them on parking on the sidewalk. There we go. Let's check the other side of the street. Expired. Alright, let's run their plates. Alright, no problems with the car other than expired parking meter. So let's ticket them for that. Who littered? Alright, there's the arrow, so let's...
Hi. I'd like to see your ID, please.
Here, officer.
Expired ID. Let's ticket them for that and for littering because their ID is expired, so... Alright, your first shift as a Brighton police officer is over. Head back to the nearest precinct. You can still enforce the law en route and handle minor incidents. However, the police department won't reward officers who extend their overtime too long.
Your shift is
And
over,
let's
officer.
ticket them
I'm issuing
for
you a ticket for your expired ID.
That's
That will
kind
be
of
between
expensive.
$75 and $150.
I don't have that much money.
And then ticket them for the littering, or let's them...
I'll just leave you with a verbal warning for now.
What a relief. Thanks, officer.
And
Have a
then
nice
we
day,
let them
and goodbye.
go. Let's check the meters. Alright, that's expired. Let's run plates. No insurance, invalid registration, expired ID. Alright. Let's have a little bit of tickets. There we are. That's alright. Valid. Valid. Good. Let's continue towards the precinct. Yeah, you are correct. This guy really likes running everywhere, but of course they are efficient police officers, so what do you expect? So let's then end our turn at the end our shift in the precinct. So that's valid. Walking with dignity, one might say so.
Hi, officer.
Alright. Whoever greeted. Alright, they greeted, so. Unsure if there are any accents that would be necessary. They just greeted. Museum of Science. All quality, zero compromise, so that's probably a stick house. This would be the police station.
As a patrol officer, your duty never
As
really
a patrol officer, your duty never really ends. They are still standing there. There we go, shift ended. We almost got first star. We lost a bit of contact points for the. We lost a bit of contact points for the wrong guy. We like. That would be ticket yourself, what say walking. Indeed. So that looks good other than the wrong guy we gave for the pedestrian. We did justified ID check, ticketed for using expired ID and warned for littering, so that went very well. New day in the office, check available shifts. So, we again have more foot patrol. We can also set shift duration. Let's choose like 30 minutes. Do you think that's pretty good? How long have we been playing this? Almost an hour, so let's do another shift of 30 minutes and then change game. So next it will be some 9/11 operator, and going to also probably as a bonus change Fursuit for that. So the Burp does this game and then next suit does next one. So let's do half an hour more and then switch a game. So Let's then start shift. Patrol officers shouldn't leave currently assigned area. Sure. This is quite precise police simulator as far as it has been this far.
We've been getting a lot of calls concerning the parking situation over the last few days. Will you
And
keep your eyes
again,
open, officer?
more
Copy that.
parking patrol. Let's check map like. Let's check waypoint. Check waypoint so we.
Hey,
Alright, they greeted, so let's talk to them. Apparently they have
You can leave now. Have a great day.
nothing to say. Let's check parking here. It's kind of like until we get more demanding tasks, we are quite realistically checking parking on the beach, so let's run their plates to be sure everything good. Expired parking meter. Let's run their plates. This must look a bit like less interesting police series. We do have the burp ticketing for parking violations. So parking meter expired. Alright. Valid parking meter. Let's run plates to be sure that they are not expired. All good. Valid. Let's run plates. Insurance is invalid, but can we like issue a ticket for missing insurance? We can't really issue ticket for invalid insurance, so apparently not much we can do about that. Park patrol, one might say. Alright, there's the border of the patrol area. There should be a reason to tow the car, like as the handbook says, you can tow the car only when it's necessary.
What's up, officer?
Hey.
Alright, they greeted, so let's greet back. Looks kind of silly, but you also get contact points for some reason for greeting back. Alright. Facing wrong direction. Alright, let's issue ticket for facing wrong direction. They have parking. Time on the meter. Let's run plates. That would be, let's check handbook, can we tow uninsured cars? They have everything else in order except they are parking in the wrong direction, so... There we go. Let's check handbook for like... Alright, by a fire hydrant. This justifies towing. Drivers are not allowed to park next to fire hydrants. Too close to a crosswalk. This justifies towing. Expired license plate. This justifies towing. Alright, so it also justifies towing. We have only been ticketing for no parking area. This justifies towing. Any vehicle parked with all its wheels on a sidewalk may be ticketed. The same applies to vehicles parked on public property that is not signposted for parking or which doesn't display the proper white marking on the ground. On sidewalk too far into the street. Emergency access, no parking zone. Street cleaning, handicapped zone. Justifies towing. No valid insurance is a traffic violation. So it is only if you pull over a vehicle. Alright. So if there is no valid insurance, apparently you can't do anything if it's only like parking. So we checked the police handbook and arrived at the conclusion that it doesn't constitute a violation we can deal with when only inspecting parking. So let's see, like overall we should most probably the big road answer. Let's check this side, so let's put the next waypoint there. one parked car. Let's check that. Valid.
What's up?
Run plates. Again out of insurance, but we can only really do anything about that if we pull them over in traffic. Everything in order. Alright, that's expired. We already ticketed them. Yes, they do already have a ticket. Alright, that looked a bit dangerous. There's no parking meter or parking spot here. Let's run plates. Again, invalid insurance, but the main problem that I have with this car is that it's parked. Not
Can you send a tow truck to my current location? I have a vehicle here that needs towing.
Tow truck will arrive at your location shortly, officer.
Justified tow truck request, exactly, because they were parking in a place that is not a parking spot at all. Let's see, should we also... It's already requested for towing, so... Because there's no parking spot there at all, so now we towed a car justifiably. Alright, meter is valid. Run plates. And again, the insurance is invalid, but we apparently can't deal with the invalid insurance unless they are in traffic. Might be the technicality that you can park with no insurance, but you can't drive. ID is expired, but that's not very useful because the driver is somewhere. No parking meter here. Not very happy with that. Let's run plates. Alright, and then, like, do we have any special markings that would allow parking? Nothing there. Nothing there. What does the sign say? No parking. Yeah, but there's no parking meter here, so let's tow him and see what happens.
Can you send a tow truck to my current location? I have a vehicle here that needs towing.
Yep, that was correct call.
Your location is currently unreachable. We'll send one as soon as possible.
Good. There are a couple of cars parked here. Let's check them. Valid, let's run plates. Everything good, and they even have a fancy mohawk. valid. No license, but that's not the problem currently. Like, yes, you have no driver's license, but we have done this loop, so let's go to the big road, like go through. Just the end of the patrol area, so we want to practically go the other way and go between buildings. So would it be this way or no, it's exactly the other way. So it would be this way or yes. Blackbird Theater. Yes. Why is it a point of interest? Alright, which person littered? Alright, there they are.
Oh yeah. Hi. I'd like to see your ID, please.
Here, officer.
Alright, and it's 11th. It's actually also expired because 26th first and it's now so it's also expired actually.
I'm issuing you a ticket for your expired ID. That will be between $75 and $150.
I don't have that much money.
And then we do warn them for littering because we already...
I'll just leave you with a verbal warning for now.
What a relief. Thanks, officer.
Alright, and then we let them go.
Have a nice day, and goodbye.
Even if they didn't have that much money, fine is a fine. That went rather well. Alright, that's valid. We wanted to go between here. This car is not parked very correctly. Brighton has two kinds of no parking zones. The most common is demarcated with a red parking sign at each end. The less well-known kind is sidewalks. In general, cars that are parked on the sidewalk outside of a dedicated parking spot are treated like cars parked in no parking zone. In both cases, such cars may be ticketed with the justification of no parking zone and can be towed. Yeah, very interesting parking here. So let's first of all ticket them for no parking zone. And then tow them.
I have a vehicle that needs towing. Can you send a tow truck to my current location, please?
All tow trucks are on call at the moment. We'll send one
There
to
we
your location
go.
as soon as possible.
So let's then check more. Check more parking violations until the shift ends, and then change Fursuit for next game. After that we are going to have a break before Sherlock Holmes. But yes, let's move onwards to the next game. Or not yet, but let's finish this shift and then. So we still have some shift left, so let's keep checking parking. There's one car parked on the other side of the street, apparently.
How you doing, officer?
It's fine. Have a nice day.
Alright, that person just littered.
Show me your ID, please.
Sure. Here you go, officer.
And the ID is proper. So let's issue ticket for littering.
I have to fine you for littering, which will cost you $25.
So much money for such a little infraction.
All right, you're free to go. Enjoy your day.
And let's go. Alright, valid. Run plates. Alright. So, no waypoint, and then we have the small road here, so let's check that next.
Nice to see you, officer.
Would you show me your ID, please?
Alright, littering, so let's check ID.
Yeah, sure, officer.
The automatic walkers are kind of interesting. Alright. That's easily expired, so...
Here's a ticket for carrying an expired ID. It will cost you between
And
$75
ticket.
and $100.
You're ruining my day.
You're ruining my day. You're welcome. And then warn for littering.
I'm not going to fine you and just let you go with a verbal warning.
Thank you, officer.
You're good to go. Bye.
There we go. Alright, that's valid. Run plates. Everything in order. This certainly doesn't look right. Let's check for any handicap or whatever. No. Run plate. Also invalid registration. Ticket them and tow. No parking zone. Expired license plate. And then
I've got a car here that needs towing. Can you send a record to my current location?
There's a traffic jam in your vicinity. Tow truck will be sent to your location as soon as the route is clear.
So there we go. Valid. Let's run plates. That looks like pretty fast car, like a Corvette or such. Alright, everything in order. As far as the car goes, that is no parking meter here. So that will get them a tow. Let's run the plate. Plate is valid, insurance is valid. But there's no parking meter here, so no parking zone, and then you get towed. That was apparently wrong. But for what reason? Taxi stand. Okay, but is it marked as a taxi? Nope. That car certainly should be pulled over for smoking. Hard to catch though when you're doing foot patrol. Still confused, like... it doesn't look like a taxi. Going to tow it anyway and see, because...
I've got a car here that needs towing. Can you send a record to my current location?
Let's see the incident report, like what was unjustified. What is the reason that it's not... it doesn't really explain what is the reason why it's not... Oh well, only time we should see tow truck when we towed unjustified. But how? Still wondering about, like... because there's no taxi, like a sign or anything. Oh well. Alright, let's play it.
Your shift is over, officer.
Everything in order and shift is over, so let's return to the police station. And then we change game and we also change suit. So let's return to the station. Let's have a snack here. Someone is always talking in that spot. End shift. There we are. And now we got the first star also. Unlocked new callout type, report speeders. So now we can most probably use the radar gun. And also Bufford landing was unlocked. But yes, that would be very Alright, so we finish this game here and change game, so it's 9/11 operator next. So let's properly first of all greet you on the main screen and then change suit with very short break, and then we can start with the 9/11 operator. So there we are, so let's have short break and update stream details and change suit. So thank you this far, and let's have a short break to change game and suit. So let's put the break screen on for a moment. There we are, and And here we are once again, so welcome back, and we are having nice elegant skunky emergencies next, so maybe also with the skunk not being very well placed with ears, let's raise the chair a bit so you see more skunk, even maybe a bit more. Oh, that looks good. And welcome all for some 9/11 operator. We already updated the stream info, and let's try and get video capture of game and then continue with the 9/11 operator. So let's try and get video capture of the game. There we go. And done, so let's continue carrier mode. So did we have the daily routine style? Let's check. Miami is locked here, so I don't think so. Let's check. Have we actually lost the game progress? That would be less than optimal. So let's check. That actually might be the case that we reinstalled Windows since we have played 9/11 operator, and apparently it doesn't really want to restore content. So do you think that we can actually just go and start 112 operator, because kind of unwilling to right now start the game over, so let's do the newer game actually and proceed that way. So fortunately that's already also downloaded and installed, so we can just start doing that instead. So let's start the other game then, because apparently we also lost all saves when we reinstalled. So let's do 112 operator and update the stream information. Apologies for slight issues, not really having played 911 operator considerable way, not willing to start it over. Unlike 112 operator, we have only really started, so it's better idea to start that. We have determined your play from Espoo. Would you like to start new free play there? No. So let's move here, and first of all update stream information and update capture. So quick change of game, probably even better one because it's the newer one. And update stream information. So our 911 operator was not a total success. There we go, 112 operator, and it apparently made our stream major rated, so there must be some call there that is major rated. If you're not compatible with major rated call content or whatever, please depart according to terms of service, but otherwise welcome to 112 operator instead of 911 operator. Unsure which call it then is, but something apparently is problematic. So thank you for your patience with changing game, as apparently we have lost all save game from 911 operator, so we prefer to start the other game. So let's then start campaign here, and alright, and now we do have water operations and facilities. We could also have the charity, like we didn't buy the pandemic outbreak or the zombie outbreak, and not really caring for the face masks. Like really, you can have charity face masks. Very interesting upgrade. And yes, now start campaign, and then we can choose city. Let's do this time like we do think we last time started in Berlin, but let's again start in Berlin. And let's switch, now that we have the game working, switch to the game screen. Here you have been of course enjoying the skunk, but now there we go. And so let's then start in Berlin. Famously intense nightlife. Sounds good. Starting district. So we have Rosenthal and Niederschönhausen to start with. Sure. Failed incidents penalty X2 and penalty for we would choose normal because it's like the game is more or less probably meant to be played. Alright, and we are good to go.
Going out on patrol.
Oh, hi. You came to the right place.
Hi,
Welcome
you
to
came
the
to the right
Emergency
place.
Management Center.
That's good.
This
This
is
has
where
more
all
like
the operators
pre-rendered
work.
animations and everything,
Here,
so
you can see the situation in the entire city.
fair enough.
And this is where you will sit. You can put your headphones on already. I will give you a brief explanation of the system that you're looking at the city map. Each icon represents a different unit.
This we already know pretty well, so...
One of the other call takers reported an incident.
Mad driver.
Awaiting orders. In pursuit.
The info panel will show all we know about the incident.
A speeding
Read
vehicle
carefully to learn who you
reported
have to
multiple
send.
traffic violations. So let's hide that, and now we have
Be aware
police
that you are going to get
responding. Be
reputation
aware
points
that
for
you are
every
going to
solved
get reputation
incident,
points
and
for
get a
every
penalty
solved
for every
incident and
incident
get
that you
penalty
fail
for
to
every
resolve.
incident that you fail to
For
resolve,
now,
yes.
that's all you need to know.
And there we go. Now we do have police responding here, so the driver is clearly mad because they are unhappy to follow instructions.
64, I'll be en route. My partner and I already took care of that earlier today. Oh, copy, thank you, sir.
Really quite difficult chase.
Okay, 1431.
When a unit arrives on the scene, the actual situation overview becomes available.
All right.
The team members will do their job on their own the best they can.
Real loud, but it ends.
Next incident. Car collision.
Going there.
Sir, we can't do it.
Alright.
Station 1 needs you to go to...
Incident is blocking road, could cause traffic jam.
Receiving.
Unfortunately
Going
we have
there.
police very close, so let's check and send fire department if needed.
My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
Never know what the warrant for.
A new emergency call has been redirected to you.
Alright.
Answer it as soon as possible and focus.
New call.
112, what's your emergency?
Hey, I need an ambulance.
Address,
Where are
we
you?
of
What's
course
the address?
want to know.
What happened?
Trying
Dietzenstraße
to get my cat down from a tree in my
257.
backyard, and I fell on my back.
I was trying to get
It hurts so
my
bad.
cat down
I
from
haven't
a
got
tree
up
in
yet.
my backyard and it fell on my back. Alright. Of course, they
Hello?
shouldn't stand up if they
Why did you climb
have...
the tree?
Why did you
I
climb the
didn't want to
tree? I
call
didn't want to call 112 for a cat in the tree. Did you get the cat?
Did you get the cat?
And let's
Well, it
let's
got down on
send
its own and
medical
ran back home
over
right before I
already.
fell.
Cat ran back home. Sending
I'll send an
ambulance
ambulance
because
to you.
otherwise
Stay
they
where you are.
might hurt themselves more if they
Please
try
hurry.
to
When you finish
move.
a call, you should decide whom to send, just as with
1920, I'll get rid of that one.
And then we had incident here, aggressive dog spotted. Alright.
Awaiting orders. Going there.
And we have the ambulance going to the
1431.
guy who wanted to get their cat out of the tree and fell. Looks good. And now we are also dealing with the aggressive dog. As we can see in the picture, there's an aggressive dog. Good.
Okay, 1431.
And we do have illegal racing, alright. Let's send police over for illegal racing.
Copy. The volumes are up.
Alright, here they are helping Mr. Lucas
My
Pfeiffer,
partner and
who
I already took care of
decided
that
to
earlier today.
fall from the tree. Pickpocket, alright.
Reporting. 10-4. Awaiting
Let's send
orders.
the other
Returning to
police
base.
for
But it
In
ends.
the
pursuit.
pickpocket. And here we are dealing with the
Already
illegal
took care of
racing.
that earlier today.
Good.
Police transport needed. Returning to base. On my way.
Alright, we are getting call.
112, what's your emergency?
Good morning to you, sir. I'd like to...
Is everything
Sir,
okay?
Is everything okay?
Send an ambulance. Quick.
Send an ambulance.
Do you have an emergency, sir?
She's strangled.
Alright, that sounds very serious. You strangled her. What's your name? Like, I would like
Tell me
the
your name,
address, please. Zhislav. Jakubchik. Alright, they are Polish apparently. Where are
Sir,
you?
where
Would
are
be
you?
very useful.
I'm at... Oh, you slut! She's deceiving me. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Sir, where are you?
Nowhere.
14 County 97.
Alright. That will be difficult.
Did multiple tickets will get
Fire alarm, let's send fire department.
Adam 1035 Mary.
It's very hard to do anything about the caller.
64 Duncan, I'll be
Police
around.
Here, you
transport
can check the
needed.
log of incoming radio messages.
Adam 1035 Mary.
Car collision, alright. Very hard to deal with the guy who... Alright, we need police transport there. Let's send the policeman. Alright, unnamed call. Would that be the famous?
Awaiting orders.
Receiving. Roger.
Let's change these two, so... Alright, that already went there.
Station 1,
Trucks overdose, ambulance, that would be a bit closer. Right on the border of jurisdiction.
Station 1 needs you to go to... Starting patrol duty.
Alright, this was most probably the famous...
1431.
Yeah, there's Mr. Jakubchik.
We're done here.
Alright, call.
112, what's your emergency?
Hello? This is Lee Hedges speaking. I'm a security guard at the warehouse at
3095 Oak Avenue.
Alright, Herzplatz 227 are trying to rob us. Alright, how many thieves?
How many thieves are there?
I've seen 3.
I've seen 3.
Is there an
Alarm.
alarm system in the warehouse?
Yes.
Can you
Can
activate it?
activate
I'm
alarm?
not sure if that makes any sense.
Why is
Would
that
be
so?
useful.
They will run away. Don't you want to catch them?
Wait for the police, like yes, then we
The
just
police
send
will be there soon. Please, stay
preferably
where
even
you
the
are.
police van.
Okay, I'll be waiting. Bye.
Let's send sufficient amount of police because there are 3 robbers, so 2 police. Alright, and here overdose victim is being treated. Fire alarm, there we go.
There is a shootout.
Shots
Send
fired.
additional ambulances to the incident and make sure that the criminals won't
Alright.
escape.
That clearly
Ambulance.
turned.
Paramedics needed. Roger.
My partner and I
That
already took care
clearly
of that
turned
earlier
very
today.
quickly, very unpleasant.
20 towards Road 11.
We're
Yeah,
done here.
the warehouse.
101.
Going there.
Then we have damaged road sign. That's not the worst thing ever when you have. We do have resources though, so let's send
1431.
the further police there. Alright, now this is only medical case. Good. So the warehouse robbery, despite shots being fired, went pretty well.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also, you have a 10830
Standing by.
Nottingham.
Trapped in an elevator, alright.
Operator.
Let's send fire.
On my way. Still stung by a stingray. Rescue 61, engine 61.
What is this exclamation mark here? Alright, it shows the incidents in general, and we are dealing with all of them, so looks good. Alright, they're speeding. Let's send the police van, let's see if we can catch it without, because the van was so close. Usually these are also hopped up, so. Incident, medical. Alright. Fortunately medical is quite close.
We're done here.
Alright, they are fixing the road sign.
Ready for next case.
Okay, 1431.
And we are soon finishing first shift also, so this is going quite well.
Station 1 leads you to go to...
And our choking victim is being treated here. Medical transport needed. Where?
Try to call back to this firearm job.
Alright, call.
412, what's your emergency?
Hello. I
Hello.
have an emergency.
I do have an emergency, alright. How
Where
are
are you,
you, sir?
I'm at
Wilhelm Wolfstrasse
Send help, please.
45.
What happened, sir?
An accident. Well, send an ambulance, please. Hello? Operator?
What kind of an accident?
Light bulb. Me and my partner, we, played with a
Alright.
light bulb. We
Yep.
experimented.
Okay, I'm sending an ambulance.
Jeez. Thanks. Hurry up, please.
Yep.
Okay, 1431.
That's kind of embarrassing accident, one might say. Mr. Olaf Schmidt here then might have an embarrassing situation.
Receiving. Returning to base.
The duty is now over. This window allows you to check all the incidents that happened during the last duty.
Alright, let's
Click
see
any
how
incident to
our
learn exactly what happened.
shift went. Mad driver that we solved, car collision that we solved. Yeah, bright idea. That's good name for that. And we actually were 100% efficient, so that could be called quite good performance in emergency services. So that went actually very well. And we got promoted, it seems, so. And then we should of course take next shift, so it's time for more work for now. At least going to do this game still, as we have been now a couple of hours going to do this game still, at least for half an hour or slightly more, and then see if we'll have break, and then we do Sherlock Holmes. So certainly let's continue with emergencies for now. So Continue.
You are now
100% efficient.
Here you can
You are now
modify
in
your
management
units,
mode. Here you
check
can
your
modify your
objectives,
units, check
messages,
your
and
objectives,
statistics.
messages and
Click the
statistics.
icon.
Right. So we have
This
3
is your work
emails.
inbox. Check it regularly to receive
dev
important
team
information
themselves
about
sent.
incoming events, changes, objectives,
Once
and
you
other
reach
news.
senior level in the game, you will be able to hire dispatchers. Dispatchers will take over part of your work by sending out units to incidents. Dispatchers are assigned to specific districts. One dispatcher can be assigned to several districts. Each dispatcher has a different level of accuracy in matching teams to the type of incident and the speed with which they can take action. Alright, so we can hire also dispatches. Herman Vettel, first aid instructions. Everyone should be familiar with first aid, especially 112 operators. People who are panicked and frightened don't think clearly and will often ask you to explain how to help in an incident. It is important that you know the procedures by heart. This might be a matter of life and death. That's why you can find first aid on your loading screens. Yes, and then we applied, and we were a 9/11 operator in USA, so very well.
Here you can check the objectives
Give
currently
proper
assigned to
first
you.
aid
Complete them to
instructions,
receive awards,
maintain
and
positive
eventually get promoted.
reputation. Sure. Then we have units, districts. It's kind of like we have like 65,000, so it's kind of, we should have a bit more money really to add more units apparently, and we have pretty much full like units, so would say that we start next shift.
It's a good practice to
It's
disperse
good practice
your
to
units
disperse your units throughout the city before duty
Make
starts.
sure that
Make
each
sure
part is
each
covered.
part is
You never know
covered. You
when
never
and
know
where
when and
an
where an
incident
incident is going to appear.
Click the start again.
Yeah, the only thing, like, we could put one police there, and fair enough. Alright. Bicycle theft. Let's send police.
64, not gonna be en route. Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also, you have a 10830 Nottingham.
And let's see how. Alright, Mr. Dieter Berger has been stealing them bikes. Animal hit by car. Alright, let's send help. The driver didn't stop.
Alright, I need units went 1 West 182, 1 West 182.
There we go. Friedrich Baumann didn't bother to stop them.
Awaiting further orders.
Shoplifting.
Operator,
Hollywood time.
can I advise AMR and first responder? Go, clear.
And call.
112, what's your emergency?
Hello.
Hello.
My friend wants to drive drunk.
My friend wants to drive drunk. Stop him would be like the first idea.
Of course I did. He doesn't listen to me at all.
Alright, doesn't listen. Where are you would be useful next, because hiding the keys doesn't usually work that well. Let's
An
send
officer will be there
police
shortly.
because it's like we don't know how difficult it is. So let's send police and then we have another incident here. Stalker. Let's send response unit.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let
And
you know
the
we are en route.
shoplifting
Also,
suspect
you
is
have a
being
10-830
Mr. Stefan Hartman has
Nottingham.
been
Returning
shoplifting.
to base.
And fire,
Operator, 10-4.
trash and fire.
My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
And the police is handling
We're done
Mr.
here.
Horst Jung, drunk guy.
Returning to base.
Awaiting further orders.
Car collision, police business.
What unit?
631.
Better to send the police than like try to have them hide the keys and whatever, because they might end up only in a fight. If they are already calling the emergency services, they most probably have tried like the basic would you please not drive level things.
Okay, 1431.
Alright, and again,
What unit?
631.
bike theft. Now we have to send police. Alright, that got just done, so.
Reporting. Starting chase.
And
112,
call
what's your emergency?
Hello? There's a bomb at the school.
bomb at the school in Schillerstrasse. How do you know that? That
How
would
do
be
you
a
know
good
that?
question.
No.
I just know. Let's ask to be
Where
sure.
exactly
Where's
is the
bomb?
bomb?
Next to the teacher's room.
Next to the teacher's
Evacuate the
room.
school.
Alright.
Who planted the
planted
bomb?
it?
I've heard an older student telling his friends about it.
Alright. Are you sure about it? Well, it's
Are
a
you
good
sure about the
question to
bomb?
ask in any case.
Yes, I'm sure. It can go off at any moment.
Very well, I'll send
I'm
the
sending the
police
police.
because it doesn't
Please stay
sound like a
calm.
prank, so let's go and check out the
Thank you.
bomb.
Bye.
Don't think they're all dirty.
Alright, I need units went
Ah,
182.
thank you. Was this game new to you, Raven? Alright, and here we are searching for the bomb and school is being evacuated. Alright, speeding.
Going back to base.
Let's send response unit, not this unit. The response unit. There we go. And we are continuing with the tasks.
Ready for
Alright,
action. In pursuit.
let's see who gets the speeder.
What unit?
631.
Station 1 needs you to go to...
Alright, apparently we also went rather dark. Alright, a new game to use, so let's also fix the illumination situation in a moment. Like, let's pause the game. There we go. And then we can do something about illumination here.
Okay, 1431. Real loud, but it's in there. Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also, you have a 10830 Nottingham.
Alright, so minor fixes.
Stung by Stingray. Rescue 61, engine 61.
Don't think they're all dirty. Pointing towards Road 11.
Clear. 23. We're with them. Can I advise AMR and first responder? Go. Clear.
It's of course nice also, Raven, that could introduce a new game to you. So very good to hear that.
2 times going to.
One on the back.
10-4.
Alright, let's see if this works. At least it looks like it. We are again visible, so let's raise a ball to that and continue. Good.
Did multiple tickets will get
Try to call back for this firearm job.
I got you covered, sir. 1918.
So,
40-55 medium build wearing a white.
let's continue with our game. And how is it going in the school? Evacuation is coming along and so is searching for the bomb. And we do have bribery attempt, so let's send police. Alright, and red light offense we have capacity, so, and now both are searching for the bomb, so let's see. And we are getting a
112,
call.
what's your emergency?
I'm Michael Miller. I need firefighters.
I'm Michelle Miller. I need firefighters. There is a gas leak.
I was coming back home and I smelled gas. Sir, it's a huge block of flats. Hundreds of people live here.
Right. Where is the leak? Like, I'll send firefighters.
Sending firefighters
Let's do
now.
that because that is credible enough.
What?
I do think that is major enough that let's send both. Fire alarm would sound useful.
Did you turn the fire alarm on?
I tried. I pushed the
Nothing
button, but
happened. That's very good start. It's like we shouldn't want anyone to die, so
No, wait. You need to leave the building immediately.
let's get them out of the building. Alright. They should
Do
be
you have
very
anything that could
careful,
ignite a spark?
certainly, to not. That takes forever to get to, which is nice. Lights on the staircase
Is
also
the light in the
would
staircase
cause
on?
Yes, it turns on
spark.
automatically. Why?
It may cause an ignition if there's too much gas in the air.
Nothing happened here. The light is already on. I need to help them anyway.
Alright, do you think he can go up at this point because he turned the
Okay,
light on,
go up
but
and warn the neighbors.
it's like there isn't much one can do even. Good, at least they are now leaving the buildings and the fire units are very painfully slowly driving there.
You need to run. Sir?
Alright, there isn't much more we can do other than send the... Alright, and the
112,
new
what's your
call.
emergency?
Hello? A block of flats is on fire.
Yeah, it's on fire, we know.
People in there.
What's the address, ma'am?
Address. Appears it's the same because it's not
Thank you,
showing
ma'am. We already know
another
about the fire.
Okay, I hope you've already sent someone because it looks
police
horrible.
incident.
Can I help with
Alright.
anything else?
How is the school going? How
Did you
the
maybe see how
fire
it all started?
start?
It was shocking. The explosion. Christ.
Yep.
It was one of the highest floors. The fire just shot out of the windows with that horrific noise.
That was the gas explosion.
Got it. That's all, ma'am. The firemen will be there in no time.
I hope so. It looks really bad. Okay.
There is the
I shouldn't
two
bother.
fire
Fine.
trucks already coming, so
Let you know we are en route.
Going
also,
back to
we
base.
have a 10830 Nottingham.
alright.
Requesting police unit.
Police unit needed. Everything possible needed, yeah. ambulance, and we need also ambulance there. Let's send also the police. Alright, now we have pretty much everything possible.
We're with them.
Requesting medical assistance. Going there.
Drugs overdose. Medical unit needed. Alright, and there's fortunately fire case is apparently getting better. What's this? Fallen tree. It's not like the worst thing currently because we are all the firemen still engaged here. No, so we can take unit 6 of this call.
Going there.
Station 1 needs you to go to...
Requesting police unit.
Alright, there's police here.
Try to call back to this firearm job.
And
112, what's your emergency?
Quick! There was an accident. A woman was hit by a car.
Alright, hit and run.
Where did
Address.
that happen?
At a road near 181.
Hauptstraße. Ambulance, please. Is she conscious?
I don't think so. She was hit badly. Hello, miss? I think she's unconscious.
All right, check if
Check
she's breathing.
breath.
Tilt her head back, put your ear close to her mouth, and watch if her chest is moving for 10 seconds.
Oh God, I hope I won't do her any harm. I can't hear anything. The chest is not moving either.
Do you know how to perform chest compressions, sir?
No, not really.
I'll tell you what to do. Please, follow my instructions.
Let's
Okay,
try to resuscitate
Kneel down beside her
at
upper
least.
body. Place your hands in the middle of her chest, one on top of the other.
And
Do that?
then
Shouldn't I ask for consent?
consent not needed if
Trust
they
me, you
are
have
not
consent.
conscious.
Place your hands in the middle
Like,
of her chest. on a
let's
line
ask
between her
for
nipples.
consent to touch
What now?
while they are unconscious. It would be that
Hello?
one should push
Now,
quite
push
hard.
as hard as you
to
can.
think.
Use your body weight and keep your arms straight. Then
It's
release.
like if you push
Okay.
soft, it's not going to be very helpful.
Okay.
Alright, make 30, wait for ambulance. Now the
When you do
ambulance
30
is quite
compressions, stop and wait until the ambulance arrives, okay?
close.
Will do.
It's like
Please
next to them. So do you think that would be good enough?
Can I advise AMR and first responder? Go clear.
Right, we have more incidents. Illegal racing.
Receiving. In pursuit.
Let's send police, and we had also heart attack.
Going to the incident.
How did our
Yes, ma'am. One
Going
question.
back
We
to
are en
base.
route. Also, you
Alright.
have a 10830 Nottingham.
On my way.
Can I advise AMR and first responder? Go clear.
Awaiting orders. Going to the incident.
didn't we already attend to that?
We're done here. Going there. Requesting police unit.
Alright,
Medical
police
transport
unit needed.
Receiving. Requesting police unit. Injured on board.
64 Duncan, I'll be en route.
On my way.
4 Hickey, 11. Outside.
Heart attack, alright, now we at least have ambulance coming. Kind of went wrong because for some reason the earlier attempt didn't apparently
Ready for
attend
next
to the
killing.
call, so there we go.
Duncan, they're all 30.
Returning to base.
Alright, now it's been resolved.
1920, get rid of that one.
Going back to base.
Alright, we didn't get very high efficiency comparatively. Fire in the building, we certainly solved it, but could we have prevented the explosion? Unsure, we didn't get very many points for that. Also, this was kind of... This we didn't really ignore, but... We didn't really ignore that as far as I understood, because we said that we already know about it, so... Sure. Double click. If you want to instruct your team to move with emergency lights and sirens, then double click the right mouse button. Alright, so it helps. Sure. Unknown, hello! That looks promising. A lot has been going on lately, although I doubt that you are aware of this. You sit behind the desk all day and just answer the phone. A quick conversation just to finish and go home. Say, do you sometimes think about what you do? Do you know that you have a living person on the other side? Do you realize that you are responsible for people's fates? I bet you don't. I don't understand how you can live knowing what you did. I hope something terrible happens to you. Clearly, this game has gotten a lot more realistic. Like, you also get hate mail. It's very good, like, you get hate mail for emergency service quality. First aid tips you gave in your call yesterday were really useful for callers. Alright, so... someone is also very unhappy. So let's at least take one more shift, even if someone was very unhappy. Apparently we have also for some reason gotten darker, so let's still try to correct that. Alright, let's see now. Alright, now we have gotten much brighter. Great. Situation corrected. So, let's take another shift still, as we have now done 2.5, so we still have half an hour of this game left. Then we are going to take proper break here, like close the stream and have coffee and then do the Sherlock Holmes one. So doing this in 2 parts to also refresh the shooter a little. So let's do half an hour more of this and then have a proper break here. So let's then do one more shift at least. Unsure what this is. So we now have 90,000, so we could technically get 1 unit more. And what would be most useful? Medical, fire, police? Would say medical, because we have had a lot of medical stuff going on, and it would be nice to have 1 medical unit more. So
when you create a new unit, you have to choose the vehicle first, then assign the team members and their gear. Hold the mouse over any element to check how the statistics change with every combination.
Okay, now we have one more medical. Now we have like medical for both parts. Looks good.
This panel allows you to check the global statistics. Reaching a certain value might be required.
So, would be time to start the next shift then. So let's start next shift. Then we have one more medical unit and also time for third shift and immediately broken bone. All right, let's get you an ambulance. Don't you stop breaking your bones.
Did multiple tickets will get a squad.
Police incident.
We are giving medical aid now. On my way. Roger.
Loud party. Alright, that's not the worst thing ever.
Returning to base.
Clear. 23.
Alright, that's also police business. Again, a bribery attempt.
We're done here. We're done here.
I'll have to cover, sir. 17.
Alright, and then we wait for calls. No calls yet. Right, shoplifting.
Receiving. 10-4.
Send a response unit.
10-5 unit K.
112,
call.
what's your emergency?
Hello?
112. Hello?
Very loud hello.
Code, dear.
I need the code. Are you in danger?
No. Why? Tell me the code.
Ma'am, you've reached 112. Do you have an
Do
emergency?
you have an emergency?
I cannot use my phone. Unlock it.
It's for emergencies
All cell
only.
phones are set up that way. Even if it's locked, you can still call 112 if you have an emergency. We need this line for people in real emergencies.
Okay, I get it now. I'm sorry. Thank you. Goodbye.
No problem. I hope you get your phone fixed. Goodbye.
We'll get them.
Alright. Have you locked your phone and called the emergency services?
Going back to base.
That was
Going there.
kind of realistic. So let's continue here. This being handled, yes. Pickpocket.
Sorry, 1918.
Awaiting orders. Going there.
Car collision.
Standing by.
Alright. Ah yeah, this was the forgotten pin. Alright. theft. Let's go there. They spotted the annoying. Let's ignore that because it's not very useful. The car collision is being handled.
Multiple tickets, we'll get
Alright, diabetic shock. Ambulance please and
112, what's your emergency?
Oh, I've finally reached you. Hi.
Hi. You reached 112.
Yes, you've reached 112. Is there an emergency?
How are you, my friend?
Is this some kind of a joke?
This call is a part of my life, which is a joke. Then yes, this is a joke.
Are you okay, sir?
Yes, I'm good. I feel light as a feather. I'll be floating freely in a moment.
Let's make sure they are not about to jump.
To fly, mister. Oh, I haven't felt in control in a long time.
Where are you, sir?
It really doesn't matter.
It is, sir, but I'm afraid I don't have time for this kind of conversation.
Unsure if it's a jumper, but it's really hard to prevent them when you can't really be sure of that, so do think we will find out the location soon. Let's send police there.
Ready for next case.
Copy, thank you, sir. Try to call back to this firearm job.
Alright, this would be the weird call. Let's send ambulance and police. Kind of unsure what that was, so let's send units anyway, because the call wasn't very useful when they speak that less than sane. There isn't much you can really do. Alright, medical incident. Gunshot wound, Eve.
Requesting police unit. Requesting police unit. Just Adam 1.
We're done here.
Can I advise AMR and first responder?
Awaiting orders. On my way. 6 Adam 1.
Operator? We'll get them.
Again. And call.
112, what's your emergency?
I'm stuck on the railroad crossing.
Stuck on the railroad crossing. Better run away because...
Don't stay there, run away!
What about the car? The train is approaching!
Leave the car. You need to save yourself, sir.
What about the people on the train?
Try turning the engine on. You'll need to force the barrier.
Okay, I will.
Let's see.
Just run.
Yeah, better run,
escape.
because it's, if their car doesn't start, they are just going to die. Could you please tell where you are?
This crash was... Can you please send someone to help these poor people? Oh God. It's near full.
Alright.
Yes, sir. I've got the police, fire brigade, and the ambulance all coming.
Please do that.
Ready for action. Roger.
10-5 unit K.
We're done
Can I
here.
advise
If their car doesn't start in one try, it's kind of like probably not a good idea to keep pushing luck. Right, fire alarm activated. Police when it needed.
On my way.
Copy, thank you, sir.
Requesting police unit.
Adam 1035 Mary. 1920, I'll get rid of that. Male stung by a stingray. Rescue 61, engine 61.
Standing by.
Case resolved. Good.
14 County 97. Copy, thank you, sir.
Awaiting further orders.
101. Awaiting orders. We'll get them.
Parental kidnapping. Right.
10-4. My partner and I already took care of that earlier today.
10-4.
Copy. All units are out.
Alright.
The entire thing and possibly suspect information.
We clearly caught the kidnapper. Call.
112, what's your emergency?
Hello. I found a body. A dead
Found a body. Alright. Are you sure
Are you
he's
sure
dead?
he's dead?
I'm damn well sure he's dead. He's lying in a puddle of blood with a wooden stick in his chest.
Let's make sure this
Sir,
is not
I'm
a
sorry,
joke.
but this sounds unrealistic. Is this some kind of an inappropriate joke?
Jesus, what kind of a sick person would joke about something as tragic? A man must have been murdered.
Address.
What's the exact address, sir?
It's a parking lot just behind the building.
Let's send police and ambulance. It's better to wooden stick. Yeah.
It's a fucking wooden stick. Sticking out of
Very
his
well,
chest.
sticking out of his chest. It's not very probable.
Fucking arrow.
An arrow?
This is very confusing. At least we are already sending services. Alright. We do have both police and medical coming, so
What should I do?
perform
Listen, you have to do
CPR
CPR.
anyway.
You know how?
His eyes are wide open and so still.
I understand he appears to be dead, but could you check and see if he's breathing anyway?
Okay.
Better to check that he doesn't at least die.
He's definitely dead.
I'll send the police to investigate the crime scene.
If he's clearly
I'll
dead.
wait for them to come.
Okay, 1431.
One on the back.
10-4.
Injured on site. Paramedics needed.
Yes, ma'am. We're done here.
Bernhard von Sternberg was clearly very dead.
Case resolved.
Standing down.
Case resolved, good. And then we have use a forged document, send police.
Awaiting orders. Roger.
Broken bone, send medical. Like someone was shot with an arrow. Interesting.
64, don't help in route.
10-4.
413, we're with them. 210 going to.
Yes, ma'am. Wanted to let you know we are en route. Also,
Returning
we
to
have
base.
a 10830 Nottingham.
Returning to base.
Alright, that went well.
What unit?
631. 64, don't help in route.
We're done here.
Broken bone, we saw loud party, bribery attempt. Now we got pretty good efficiency. The suicide attempt was kind of like, could you have really like succeeded with this? It's very hard to say. If we would have sent immediately when we guessed. That was quite difficult. It was really the only one we didn't solve correctly was like quite hard when that kind of like how to take it serious enough. So yes, that went
As you
pretty
get
well
promoted,
actually.
new districts will be added to the region of your responsibility.
Alright, we got more districts, so we got promoted. Tornado survival. Alright. Duck and cover. We have quite a few more units worrying. Objectives. Complete contract, maintain a positive reputation throughout the year. Fight drugs, solve all incidents connected to drugs. Fight vandalism, maintain efficiency of resolving vandalism at 90%. At least we haven't received any angry mails tonight. Alright, let's see how long we have been. Alright, we are up to 2 hours 48 minutes, so do think that we'll finish here, have a proper break for maybe an hour, have food and coffee, and then do the Sherlock Holmes. So we've got the current shift in the game, so first like early shifts done, and then we do the Testament of Sherlock Holmes tonight after have refreshed the shooter a bit. So almost 3 hours of police related gaming this far. So let's switch to the main screen and give you a proper send off. So we are of course going to raid some first, so let's see who we will raid next, but first of course properly skunk-wise greet you. So thank you all for joining this far, and we have the third game coming up after shooter maintenance break, so we will still see tonight, and then we'll publish proper schedule for next week. So hopefully you enjoyed this far, and there's a bit more coming with Testament of Sherlock Holmes once have gotten some food into the shooter. So let's see who we will raid. Alright, Luna is doing VR chat. Kelo is also playing, and Kisu is, but it's like Luna's. So do actually think that Angelo deserves much more attention. It's like, yeah, let's go for them because they deserve attention. So let's go for them. There we go, and we will see tonight with Testament of Sherlock Holmes still later on. Would approximate maybe an hour and a half at most break. And we will see you soon.